Hello students, let's continue the topic collisions. Again, by writing the V1 and V2 values from equation 6 and 8, let's discuss case 2. If M1 is very greater than M2, then in that case, we can take the M2 nearly 0, and by putting these conditions in equation 6 and 8, you will get V1 will be equals to nearly U1 and V2 will be equals to twice of U1 minus U2. Means the first body continues almost undisturbed and the second body flies off with greater velocity. The subcase of this one, if the second body was at rest before collision, then V1 will be equals to U1 and V2 will be equals to twice of U1. Just try to play with heavier striker and observe this case during the game of carom. Or imagine a heavy truck hitting a cyclist. Again, by using the same equations, let's discuss case 3. In this case, M2 is very greater than M1. That means M1 is nearly of negligible mass. Then V1 will be equals to nearly minus U1 plus twice of U2. And if V2 is equals to U2. That means the second body is almost undisturbed, and subcase, if the second body was at rest, then V1 will be equals to minus U1 and V2 will be 0. That means the second body continues to be at rest and the first body reverses its direction with its initial speed. Imagine a cyclist bumping onto a road roller. Let's discuss another type of collision, that is the perfectly inelastic collision in one dimension, or you can say completely inelastic collision in one dimension. As shown in figure, a body of mass M1 moving with velocity U1 collides head-on with another body of mass M2 and moving with velocity U2 you can take, or you can take it as at rest. And as the collision is perfectly inelastic, so after collision, both of them will stick and they will move with the common velocity v. As the linear momentum is conserved, so M1 plus M2 into v, the final momentum will be equals to M1 U1 plus M2 U2. Or you can calculate the value of V from this equation. As the collision is perfectly inelastic, so kinetic energy is not conserved. The total kinetic energy before collision was the sum of half of M1 U1 square and half of M2 U2 square. And after collision, the kinetic energy will be half of M1 plus M2 into V square. We can find out the loss in the kinetic energy delta K by using initial kinetic energy minus final kinetic energy, and by putting all these values and on solving it, and by taking the consideration that the second body initially was at rest, delta K will come out half of M1 M2 upon M1 plus M2 into U1 square. And this is a positive quantity. That means the kinetic energy is lost, and mostly this kinetic energy is lost in the form of heat and sound. Now, next type of collision, elastic collision in two dimensions. As shown, suppose a body of mass M1 moving along x-axis with velocity U1 collides with another body of mass M2 at rest, and after collision let the two bodies move with the velocity V1 and V2 making an angle making angles θ1 and θ2 with x-axis. On resolving it, the rectangular components of momentum are m1 v1 cos θ1 and m2 v2 cos θ2 along x-axis, and along y-axis m1 v1 sin θ1 and m2 v2 sin θ2 along positive y-axis and negative y-axis respectively. By applying the principle of conservation of linear momentum along x-axis, m1 u1 will be equals to m1 v1 cos θ1 plus m2 v2 cos θ2, and along y-axis 0 is equals to m1 v1 sin θ1 minus m2 v2 sin θ2, 0 on the left hand side because the initial momentum along y-axis was 0. By applying the principle of conservation of kinetic energy in an elastic collision, half m1 u1 square will be equals to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square. Now we have the four quantities v1, v2, θ1 and θ2. If I know the three values out of these, I can find out the fourth one, the unknown value, in the numerical problems. Coefficient of restitution. Most of the real collisions are neither perfectly elastic nor perfectly plastic. They are partially elastic collision in which the kinetic energy reduces and so the speed of separation is less than the speed of approach. The coefficient of restitution gives us a measure of the degree of restitution of a collision and is defined as the ratio of the magnitude of relative velocity of separation after collision to the magnitude of relative velocity of approach before collision. Mathematically, it is denoted by a symbol small e, and small e will be equals to the magnitude of v1 minus v2 divided by u1 minus u2. The value of E depends on the material of the colliding body. For two glass balls, the value of E is 0.95 and for lead balls, it is 0.20. The coefficient of restitution can be used to distinguish between the different types of collisions as follows. Case 1. For a perfectly elastic collision, the value of E is 1. That is, the relative velocity of separation is equals to relative velocity of approach. Case 2. For a perfectly inelastic collision, the value of E is 0. That is, relative velocity of separation is 0. And we know that in such type of a collision, the two bodies move together with a common velocity. Case 3. For a partially elastic or partially inelastic collision, velocity of separation is less than velocity of approach and therefore the value of E will lie between 0 and 1. And for a superelastic collision, the value of E is greater than 1. That is, in that case, the kinetic energy increases.